Good morning. Welcome, Aquarius, to your October 16th through the 31st of 2020 reading. This is a 5-card tarot card overall energy reading for this period of October 16th through the 31st of 2020. It is a general reading for the larger collective of Aquarius. It's intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with every Aquarius, so please understand that it's totally okay. Take what fits, let the rest go. To save time, I already shuffled the cards and requested the universal guide, and the cards that were selected were ejected on their own during the shuffle. The 5 cards that were exited during the shuffle for this overall energy reading for Aquarius are lined up here. The first card here, this represents the overall energy of your past influences, the energy that was significant in the last few months for the overall Aquarians. In some cases, the energy issues may have resolved. In other cases, the energy issues may be lingering. The second card here represents the energy, the present energy for Aquarians during this time frame. The third card here represents the energy for the future energies, things that might be still pending or on the tip of occurring during this period. The fourth card here represents the challenges or the energy challenges that Aquarians may be dealing with, and keep in mind that the challenges don't imply anything negative. They could be issues that are just things to be aware of, and often they come about as there's choices for you as Aquarians to make. And the fifth card here represents the energy for the outcomes, the outcome energies that are attained during this time frame. So, in our past influences for Aquarius, we start out with the Two of Cups. Angel and Spirit Guides, please give us guidance why the Two of Cups here is showing up for Aquarians in this energy reading for this time period, please. Okay. Well, it's an ace, which is good news. I'm picking up that for many Aquarians, you're experiencing sort of a flow of love. The Two of Cups is that flow of love, and it's usually between two people. I'm picking up that many Aquarians were creating deep connections and partnerships, and it was based on a sense of compassion and the idea of unconditional love or shared values. It's very much relationship oriented in early stages of relationships, and particularly those that had potential to grow, and with the idea that they would grow into something more deeply fulfilling and rewarding in the long term. I'm picking up that relationship that Aquarians were having was felt for mutual respect of one another, and many Aquarians felt there was they attained sort of a conscious level of understanding. I'm picking up here that the Two of Cups, for Aquarians in your past influence here, was mainly about creating some sort of new partnerships, and it could have been with a significant other, personal friend. It could have been with a business partner, but the idea was it was a new partnership. And the key here for many Aquarians was that it was focused on creating a relationship that was mutually beneficial, and that's the key. It was about a win-win situation for both parties, or eye to eye, however you want to refer to it. Both parties were bringing something of equal to the table. I'm picking up that for the personal side or romantic side, the Two of Cups, for many Aquarians, was showing that the relationship was blossoming. There was a mutual attraction, but not only a physical and a soul connection, that that typical first love, where you're thinking about them, you're weak at the knees sort of thing, that all-inspiring feeling. I'm picking up that Aquarians, you felt that you, in this relationship, you were bringing out the best in both in each other, and that you would do whatever it takes, to help support the other. Again, in the Two of Cups here, was demonstrating sort of the potential for a marriage, a proposal, or engagement. For Aquarians in the business partnership, the Two of Cups, I'm picking up those that it was, if this is a business relationship, that both were on the same wavelength. You and the other business partner or your work shared a similar vision, and you were wanting to create something together. That you both had the sort of same skills as the other, and the idea was to sort of create a better energy, a better working environment. There also could have been sort of a matching of the yin and yang, where one of you were better at sales and marketing, and the other one, was better at the business operation. So it was a good match. It was a good partnership. In business, there was a feeling of trust. There was a feeling of mutual respect, harmony. The key to both these relationships, whether it was personal or business, was communication. Communication on both sides. And that was the key to this sort of sharing alignment. Spirit guides also want to point out, for the business side, that hopefully it was wise of Aquarians to create a business contract. So the major energy I'm picking up here for Aquarians and their past influences in the past few months was either you were in developing and feeling this significant other or a romantic relationship, or it was a good business relationship that you got involved in, a business of some sort. It doesn't have to be work related, but it was not personal. In other words, it was more. It could have been working on a project or something like that, non-personal. In our second card, we have the Three of Wands, Angel and Spirit Guides. Help us understand why the Three of Wands here is in the present energy for Aquarians during this time period, please. Well, the Three of Wands here shows that many Aquarians are in the planning stages, or have been in the planning stages or underway. Many of you are considering even more opportunities to expand something that you're currently working on and to maximize sort of the ultimate potential. There's a feeling I'm picking up that everything is progressing steadily, and as the Aquarians are expected. And you're feeling very solid on your preparation and your innate sort of drive of whatever it is that you are working on. The 3-1 signals that Aquarians, you have the feeling that there are many chances available for you to broaden your horizons through study. It could be through travel, it could be business enterprise, self-learning. Many Aquarians, you're becoming more aware of the opportunities that exist for you right now, and there's still more to come, or you have that feeling that the future is bright, and you're wanting to take advantage of this potential. So in order to do such, you have to stay committed to your path that you've identified, and you have to be prepared to stretch beyond your comfort zone. The universe here is sharing the message that trust your intuition, that the best hopes lie outside your current environment. So they're in conjunction with you. The spirit guides are in agreement to think big. Consider what you can do to open doors and to create more development and self-expression. This card here is in your present energy, is encouraging you to dream bigger than your limitations, and accept your vision and be confident that you will achieve it. I'm also picking up the 3 wands here for some Aquarians is encouraging you to pay attention to the changes and challenges that may lie ahead. And that you may already be aware that they're could be some upcoming developments or obstacles, and that it's important to prepare for them ahead. And the idea is that you're already on top of that. Again, the 3 wands can sometimes point to travel. It could be overseas travel or something over water. Um, uh, and I think what that is meaning I'm picking up that the purpose of that is that it's about being adventurous and encouraging you to venture to unknown places. And by doing that, you will discover more about yourself and learn many new things along the way. So, um, yeah, it's about just expanding sort of, if it is employment, it could expand employment opportunities, but it could just be expanding your own personal awareness. Hmm. For Aquarians, in your present energy, you have the Hangman. This is a major arcana card. Angel Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the Hangman is in the future energy during this time period for Aquarians, please. Well, Aquarians, I'm picking up that the Hangman is in your future energy. It is here to remind you that sometimes you have to put everything on hold before you can make a next step. In some cases for Aquarians, it's the universe is doing it on your behalf. And it may not be convenient, but for some of you, you know, it's that saying, I'm picking up that saying of, what you got here won't get you there. So this is the universe's way of bringing this card to your attention in your future. The Hangman, for some Aquarians, is encouraging you to release old mental bodies or old thoughts and old behavior patterns that no longer serve you, and so you can see the world from a new perspective and embrace these new opportunities that are in these cards before you. So for some Aquarians, if you are hanging on to old thoughts, old hurts, old feelings that may trigger something, may trigger them, or they may come up on occasion, this card is encouraging you to deal with those and to release them, because unless you release them, it's going to impede your success. The universe uses the Hangman as a way to pause. And in some cases, you already are pausing on your own, but if it's involuntary, it's the universe, and it's done this as a way to sort of make sure that you're in tune with your intuition, Aquarius. Um, and you'll start to sense this when it's time to hit the brakes or to put things on hold. You get that gut reaction, and you're doing this before things get out of hand. And it's an opportunity. Look at this as an opportunity, not as a problem or an obstacle. This is an opportunity to just do a self-check to see if you're out of alignment. And in some cases, you may be oblivious to sort of intuitive signs. And so if the universe is stepping in and sort of halting this, it's the universe sort of encouraging you or forcing you to put things on hold so that you will you can identify and you can and open your eyes and be more open to dealing with any such obstacles. Um, and whether it could be ill health or any sort of breakdowns or anything. It's the sense of pause is coming. If you're sensing this pause, Aquarians, the universe is saying pay attention to it. Otherwise, the universe is going to turn the volume up really high until you can't ignore it. So this is a warning sign, basically, to take pause and reassess. When the Hangman appears in the reading, and now it's in your future, it's about projects and activities that may be coming into that may be coming up to an unabrupt halt. So you're on this gung ho, pattern right here. But in your future readings, for some Aquarians, the universe is picking up that you have to deal with something first. And once you deal with it or release it, the things that are no longer serving you, you will continue on that uphill or that straight way towards your success. So again, the universe is saying this is an opportunity to pause and to view. It's your chance to sort of reassess and reevaluate. Are you on your right path for your higher good? It's a sign that perhaps something new is emerging, and you don't. And if you're not able to see it, unless you pause, you could miss it. So the hangman here is an invitation, and it's a welcome invitation to go ahead and pause with open arms, surrender to the what is, even if it's different from what you expected. This is encouraging you to take time away from your routine and connect with a new way of thinking, and a new way of seeing things. It's fresh eyes, if you want to call it. So yes, you may have to put aside for a bit some important projects that on hold while you do this. Um, it might be super inconvenient, but this the universe is saying trust it. It will be worth it, because this is the universe's way of helping you see things in a new perspective and preparing you for the next unveiling of what is going to be happening in your life. And if you push to resist it, you're going to meet with more obstacles along the way. So this is saying allow the opportunities to flow smoothly and more effortlessly by taking a pause and again just doing a self-evaluation. And this could be a short pause. I mean, it depends on you. It doesn't mean a significant delay. It's just asking you to pause, take a little break, re-look at it with fresh eyes. That's all it's asking you, because you might see something differently that can take you in a different direction to where you really want to go. And that's the key here. This is about finding, a shift in your energy, and separating yourself from everyday life is sometimes helpful. In other words, just get away from the project for a little bit and then come back to it. um, the universe is saying this to be very helpful to you. So, sort of think about something else for a short term and then come back to it. And, you know, you may see things exactly the same way, and that's perfectly fine. That means you're on target. But there could be something that comes up that's just saying, hey, if you do this, you'll go here better, or you'll be more efficient. And that's the purpose of it. It's just an opportunity to pause. Um, and then the energy will go more freely again, and you'll be on your way. In our energy challenges, we have the Nine of Wands. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand for Aquarians why the Nine of Wands is in their challenges of energy for this time period, please. Um, the Nine of Wands generally is a sign that even in the face of adversity, you're going to still be strong and still succeed. So, Aquarians, your challenge might be that you might be on the edge of exhaustion because you've been resilient. You've been ready to do what it takes to get to the goal or to complete what you want to do. You've been persistent. You've been determined. And that's in line with this goal that you're working on, whatever it is. The Nine of Wands is showing up here because, for some Aquarians, if you're feeling battered and bruised, if you felt that you've endured sort of significant challenges and struggles along the way, along this path, um, and when you think you're making progress, you suffer a couple of setbacks. The Nine of Wands here is asking you to trust that this is merely a test of your grit and resilience. And in some cases, if you're experiencing this, it may be because you didn't take that pause when you needed to. And you might want to go back and take that pause because it'll handle these challenges. So, rest assured, you have the inner resources. Be assured of that, and you have the inner resources and the grit to overcome any of these difficulties that you are encountering, and that is to be reassured. The Nine is an assurance that you will eventually prosper if you maintain your position. And then if you don't do it the first time, then try and succeed. So if you didn't take a pause and you forced yourself through whatever you're trying to do, you're meeting these challenges is what is saying. And to get through these challenges, this is basically assuring you that you will get through them. Rest assured. It's not too late to sort of take a pause and reassess before you proceed. But if you went ahead and proceeded anyway, and you're reading these, you're feeling you're feeling these challenges right now, then this card is basically saying you'll get through these challenges. The Nine of Wands is encouraging you to keep pushing even though you have the obstacles. And because you will get to your finish line, basically. You will meet what you're trying to do. And it doesn't want you to give up, because this is really your final challenge, is get through these obstacles. And it's encouraging not to let go of your hopes and dreams, that you're very close to making whatever it is you're working on a reality. So stay firm in the face of your challenges, and you will achieve those goals, Aquarius. In some cases, Aquarians, you may be finding that others are opposing your plans or making things more difficult for you. They may be attacking you. They may be sort of just, taking your energy away from what you're trying to work on. This could be because they're jealous of your success. They could be projecting their own sort of insecurities onto you. This could be a business. It could be a variety of people. It could be a family. It could be a significant partner that thinks you're taking away, so they're just projecting. Um, this card is saying don't let those outside individuals get to you. Um, right now, Aquarius, you're a change maker, and you have a vital message to share to the world. And this is about keep your light shining, even with other people's insecurities. Don't let them become yours. Hmm. In some cases, Aquarius, I'm also picking up that perhaps wait. Let me phrase that. What I'm picking up is you. There are people who are trying to support you. That's what I'm picking up. So the Nine of Wands invites you to find the cheerleaders and the personal bodyguards and those that are in support of you, to surround yourself and work with those people, and that will help you get through your challenges. So if you've been sort of doing something on your own, and feeling that you are on your own, this card is encouraging you to gather around the people who are supporting you, even if they're silent supporters, because that will help you. And there's strength in numbers, so to speak, because whatever you're working on, there are people who are supporting you, if not active cheerleaders, but perhaps you haven't brought them in on it yet. But they will help you get through these challenges just through the pure idea of support. So call upon them. I'm also picking up the Nine of Wands. Is encouraging you, Aquarius, is to establish your boundaries, um, and protect those boundaries. Um, in some cases, if someone steps forward and you allow them to sort of stand in your way, they're going to deplete your energy. And there's an opportunity or a chance that you may not want to reassert yourself effectively on the individuals who do that. And this card is saying get a clear idea of what you need if you're in this situation. If someone's starting to stand in there and sort of block you, that in order to be successful, you need to get over that, and you need to communicate to those who are trying to block you very clearly to get out of the way, and that you know what you are doing is to trust your intuition. Um, you know, those barriers will remove, even if they're people who are close to you. Because those who are surrounding you may just need some education, they may need some reassurance, you may need to bring them on board. But again, it's about having a conscious awareness, about what it is that you're trying to do and what you believe in, and that you proactively are protecting your boundaries, because that also protects the energy to help you to move forward with this plan that you're working on. So your challenges is not to let people block you. Finally, in our outcomes, Aquarius, we have the Four of Pentacles. Angel and Spirit Guides, what is the purpose of the Four of Pentacles here for Aquarius and their outcomes, please? Well, the Four of Pentacles is going to ask you, Aquarians, to examine your relationships with money. So if you're accumulating any level of wealth, and wealth is in the eye of the beholder, and you're investing your money, that's good. That is a good idea. If you're accumulating wealth, investing, and you're still able to spend, that's the message here. That's the idea. That's the ideal. However, if you're clinging to every coin that you make, and you're afraid to spend money out of fear that you're not going to have enough, or you could lose it forever. So it's either create it, monitor it, spend it wisely, enjoy it, invest, or are you to the complete opposite, which is hoard it? And in a positive state, the Four of Pentacles um, is I'm picking up is for you is that you've created some sort of wealth that's in that for you, or an abundance that is for you, um, because of your steady goals, and you're acting conservatively. It's important to pay attention to long-term financial security. It's important to save money and to watch over your expenses, so you can accumulate your wealth and have that security, and live a comfortable lifestyle. Um, however, if you're if you're doing it too stringently, and yes, you need to have a budget, but you also have to budget that you can enjoy it, and that you're spending it appropriately. So it's about finding a balance. The Four of Pentacles here is um, typically accompanies when there was a scarcity sort of in your mindset, especially around money or material possessions. And so instead of spending your cash and enjoying a comfortable lifestyle, in an appropriate way, if you were choosing to sort of stockpile your finances out of fear that you'll lose it, or out of fear that someone might take it away from you, um, budgeting may be so conservative and so strict that it's cutting out many of your life's pleasures. In other words, you're not finding joy in it. Um, so, you know, in that case, the universe is asking you, what's the purpose of this? Keep in mind, Aquarius, that money works best when it can flow in exchange, and not when it's being stashed away. So deep down, you may realize that you are foregoing sort of your innate or internal happiness and fulfillment in your life, because you do not want to spend any of your money. And perhaps you sold out for an overly safe approach to lifestyle. And this could be, you might have experienced something in the COVID-19 in the early stages. Um, this card here in your current reading for your outcomes is encouraging you to find a happy balance between spending and saving, so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, um, as well as save for the future. So it's finding a balance. The Four of Pentacles here suggests, Aquarius, is that you're placing too much value on money and material possessions. So if you're becoming attached to the material things, allowing possessions to become part of your life, you know, and if you're assessing your self-worth based on how much you earn, the car that you drive, or how expensive your home is, or where you take your holidays, or wherever, um, there's a catch-22, because as your standard of living increases, you know, so too will the need to work to generate that sort of income to sustain it. So again, that may leave you little time to enjoy your wealth. So, the broader lesson here of the Four of Pentacles for some Aquarians is to honor and respect money and wealth, but don't become attached to it so that you lose sight of what is important to you, and that is your family, friends, and happiness and love. For Aquarians, if you're still, you know, uh, struggling with finances, the Four of Pentacles comes as a wise advisor to encourage you to manage money and resources more carefully, so that you do not live beyond your means. So again, it's extreme. If you're living too far beyond your dreams, pull back. If you're being too stingy, spend and live. Beyond money and wealth, the Four of Pentacles appears here for Aquarians that, again, you may be seeking out more control in your life. It could be you're wanting more control in your work environment. Perhaps you're being micromanaged. Um, uh, Perhaps you're not letting others mess around in your area, or involve them in the type of work that you're doing. You're hoarding it, so to speak. In relationships, some Aquarians, might be feeling a little too overly protective, and perhaps even overly possessive. Um, and on some level, that's ensuring that no one will threaten, your relationship that you built. Um, on a personal level, some Aquarians, you may have sort of adapted this inflexible aptitude to resist change. So even if you feel more inclined to sort of hoard your possessions and your money, after all, it's if you've already established, a way of living that works for you. However, you might be feeling that any sort of change is a threat to your certainty, safety, and sort of security in life. So this card, if that's the case for Aquarians, you might be feeling that any suggestion to do things differently is going to jeopardize that, and you're going to meet it with resistance. So what you're trying to do is play it safe, and you might be feel that playing it safe is the best way to go than taking any risks at this point. So again, this is sort of going to be built into your challenges here. Is about finding happy mediums, and if you spend all the energy on looking for a happy medium in personal, professional, friends, work, whatever sort of relationships that you're involved in, you're going to do better if you find the happy medium. But it's up to you. So thank you very much, Aquarius, for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you like to support this channel, the YouTube algorithms are depend very much on your support by clicking on what I call the big three. Click the like the video, click the subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you have, thank you very much. Click on the notifications button. If you have, great, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. Please keep in mind that if you're feeling you don't want to click these because you're going to get bombarded with junk mail or annoyances, it doesn't work that way. You really won't notice anything except a little icon in your YouTube page that just shows a little number. But for those who are creating YouTube channels, these algorithms are extremely important for YouTube to push and market your channel to a larger horizon. So I'm a new channel. I'm at the very bottom here. So I'm relying on you out there to help me with this, if you will. If you see fit, it's greatly appreciated and encouraged, and thank you. And I definitely would thank you for your support. Aquarians, feel free to leave any comment if you feel any part of this reading in this timetable was applicable to you. Again, if it didn't resonate with you or a part of it didn't resonate with you, please, it's totally okay. It's understood. That happens. It could be a combination of your sun signs, your birth signs, your cross watchers. Those things all play into key here because this is a general reading. So thank you again, Aquarians. I hope you have a happy Halloween, and we will see you in November, and take care.